side by side as we sing along together. Everton, we're Everton and we'll be Everton forever. Alright, welcome to Falcon Blues TV, European Cup Winners' Cup 1985 style. Yeah, I'm keeping this on because even though I do look like Luigi. Yeah. Anyway, this is my dad's hat from 1985. So Everton 3, Rapid Vienna 1 in Rotterdam. I want you to tell us all about your stories and your time there in the comments. It'd be great to read them and we'll go through them as well. That'd be really cool. Goals from Andy Gray, Trevor Stephen and Kevin Sheedy. Superb goals and just well taken. Just in a game that we weren't going to lose. Howard Kendall watched them previously before just after the Bayern Munich game. Didn't look any shade like the Bayern team that he played against, and the players agreed. It was a night that everything had worked out right for Everton. Even from the Bayern Munich semi-final, we wrapped the league up a couple of weeks before then against QPR. We beat Bayern Munich on an amazing night at Goodison Park, winning 3-1 in the second half, and then go to the final and win 3-1 again. And how it was 0-0 at half time, I don't know, because the onslaught in that first half was just absolutely incredible. Peter Reid and Paul Bracewell, absolutely immense in that midfield, had so much time on their hands that they could have been playing till midnight and Rapid Vienna weren't going to win that game. Defensively superb, and then we've had the strikers, and then you've had like I say, 3 great goals, one from Andy Gray, Trevor Stephen, and then a peach from Kevin Sheedy at the death. And it wasn't even a consolation goal from Rapid Vienna that was going to keep Everton from winning the European Cup Winners' Cup trophy. Neville Southall in a red top. I'm sure it was a bit bizarre, but he doesn't see. We've spoken to him since, and he wasn't too bothered about it. I think he's just the greatest goalkeeper in the world, so I'm not going to argue with him. And to wear red in a cup final for Everton just because Rapid Vienna were in green, it does seem odd, but and a weird choice of away kit, but it is what it is. So as I said there, the league was wrapped up 2 weeks prior against QPR, and then the semi-final against Bayern Munich, which we all know about, that amazing night at Goodison Park. So we dominated in the English leagues, and then we've gone and done it in Europe, and we're the European Cup Winners' Cup finalists and winners. And what more can be said? I mean, this was an Everton side that dominated football and should have dominated for many years, which I won't go into. I'd love to know your thoughts. I'd love to know about your stories and stuff like that about Bayern, about the final. It's 39 years since that night, and I'm sure a lot of the ex-players will be thinking about that night as well today. Thinking about their memories and and then what happens the following Saturday against Man United in the final in the FA Cup. The treble could have been on, wasn't meant to be. Who knows where they were? The Wednesday, Thursday, Friday leading up to going to Wembley. I'm sure they'll just been as pissed as every other Evertonian might have been as well from that week. And I want to know about how you got there. Tell us in the comments. How did you get to Rotterdam? Was it by hook or by crook? Was it like a minibus full of 25 people when there only seats 18? Was it did you hitchhike 90% of the way there and swim the channel? Did you just tell us if you got any random stories about how you got there? That we want to hear them because the boss. Unfortunately I was only 4 years old, so I wasn't able to go. My dad, however, whose cap this is, like I said, I'm going to keep it on because I end up looking like Mario and Luigi. My dad and I did a bit of an interview in lockdown a few years ago, and it's well worth hearing his story about how he got there. And well, he probably won't tell you how he got there, but I know how he got there. But yeah, let us know what you think. We want to try and do something similar. On other games, the FA Cup final in '95 and stuff like that. If you enjoyed this, it's like a nice little trip down memory lane. It is for me as well because obviously I wasn't there. But it's nice to see people's thoughts and people cheering about it and stuff like that. I'll put the goals on at the end, so that the goals will be up around about now. But until then, from 1985, Dave, to you, I'm about to go to Barnes to travel and sort out a coach for Happy Owls, I think they're called. They're a new up-and-coming company. They must be really good if they're happy. But until then, up the fucking toffees. Not Colin Chong this time. Up to Philip Carter. See you in a bit. Goals now.
Oh, the back pass might come to Sharp. He's got Andy Gray in there. That's the goal! And if the photographer will just move just a moment for Kevin Sheedy, there's the cross coming in, and it went all the way. And it's in there! And it's Trevor Stephen! And it's the second for Everton! Well, the defence allowed that to go all the way through. Oh, here's a chance for Krinkle. Krinkle!
It's amazing what certain decisions can do in football. That looked offside from where I was sitting. Everton scored a goal that didn't look offside.
Now here's Sheedy. Well, there's the answer. Oh. Take that. And if there were any lingering doubts for just a moment, that faithful left foot of Kevin Sheedy has put paid to those. And the Everton fans, 20,000 of them and more in the stadium in Rotterdam. A joyous night for them, and certainly their team has done British football proud as Kevin Ratcliffe raises the European Cup Winners' Cup. They just had that minor scare 5 minutes or so from the end when Krankle scored his goal and the lead was whittled to 2-1. But Sheedy's immediate response put Everton back into great heart and made sure of a night that they never really ever looked like losing.